that
Yeah.
I just posted in LinkedIn a video about Charles Kino in Japan.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
happening now. I think, or 10
Um,
a.m. 10 a.m. their time.
yeah. We don't know the record. I think it's probably pre-recorded and being posted, but yeah, we don't actually. I don't know the timings. Nick, do you know the timings? No,
I'm not sure the exact timing. I know it's
yeah.
10 p.m. there at the moment, so
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Simone, I know you're here. How are you? Um, so these sessions are held for any Q&As for the annual members meeting. So when you've joined us, do you have any questions? I know in the last one you did. Any other new questions that have come up? We'll try
Yeah.
our best to answer it. Yeah.
Thank you, Avik. How do you pronounce your name? I'm sorry.
My name, Abik, but people just call
Avik.
me
Thank you, Avik.
Abs.
I
Yeah.
always have trouble with it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Abs is easier, I
That was
think.
my first question.
Yeah. Okay. No worries. Uh,
No, let's get into the meat. Yeah, the reason I joined is because I know the importance of this annual meeting is key for foundations and for corporations, and especially now with decentralization, it's very important. And my question was there will be 7 locations, and we will be voting for elections and voting here and there, for committees and all that. How you guys what is the plan to set up consensus in 7 different locations at different 7 different times?
It's a good question. So effectively, all of the voting will be done online on a given period. So the voting will open up the day. My understanding is the online voting will open up the day after the first AMM event, which is the Tokyo event, and it will run until the last event. So even though the AMM sessions will be held in different countries, it will be more about showing the candidate profiles, going through what the candidate's going to stand for. So all voting will be done online via the membership portal, even though there'll be physical events in varying different locations.
I see. So I just thinking, if there will be one locate one that already passed in October. No, no, not yet. October the 3rd. So then the consensus on that specific meeting is going to be held somewhere, and then same happened for every meeting, right? And then I guess at the end of the day, at the end of the meetings, uh, you just put them together and provide the results. I guess how that works.
Yeah, so everybody will vote. Like I say, the meetings will be to present the candidates, but all of the voting will be done online via the Intersect members area. So at the end of the voting period, all of that will be tallied up in the platform. So the voting won't actually get done at the meetings. It will get done between the dates of those meetings online up until I think it's the 18th or 19th. And then on the 19th, it will all be recorded in the platform, how many votes for each person. So it'll all be tallied up within the platform.
Got you. I
Yeah, so
understand.
it is the 19th. I'm just sharing the screen of the locations and the hubs that are going to be doing so on the 3rd of October is Japan, then Lisbon on the 5th of October. Then we are going to have a special town hall on the 8th of October, then Ghana on the 11th of October, 12th of October is Sri Lanka, and then 17th of October, Mexico, and then the USA is 19th of October. Do you have any idea, Nick, on the USA one? Is that still TBC or?
I think
The
it's
USA one,
Texas.
that will be held. Sorry, was that the question? The USA one, Abs?
Yeah. I was just asking, is that
Yeah,
still TBC where location or?
I think
it's going to
it's
be in Austin.
Austin, Texas. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Austin. So
Right.
probably have to change that on our website. We'll do.
The only unfortunate thing about that location is that it's the same weekend as the Grand Prix. So
Oh,
Okay.
trying to stay anywhere in Austin is going to be super ridiculously expensive. But the reason it was picked to be in Austin is because there's the constitutional workshop on that same weekend in Austin, so we can roll into that event.
Super. Yeah, that's a great point. Okay. Super. I run out of questions.
No worries. We
No, but you
do.
know what? Right. The reason I'm here sometimes is not only for I have questions, but I'm interested in the process and I see what other people say and what you guys see, and also the opportunity to meet each other, to talk and to see who we are. And yep, didn't have the opportunity to talk to Nick and to you before. So, hey, Simon.
Hi, Simone. How are you? Hi. Yeah. Jack and Nick are definitely a duo. I mean, if you can get both of them in one, that's golden, because then you kind of have both of them talking, and then and they have a lot of information, abundance of it, and that's the thing.
None of it useful, but
no, Nick, don't say that. So we've got someone else come in today. Brody Stringer. Okay. I hope I'm saying.
Just to give you an overview as well. So I'm responsible for membership and community hubs. Is my kind of core role at Intersect, and I am also one of the executive team, kind of running the organisation. So that's a bit of background on kind of my role. I'm mainly responsible for spinning up community hubs around the world, looking at how we drive membership services, and developing those membership services. So hopefully one of the first things that will test our membership is the voting process. So the threshold, I mean, I don't know if you read the development report on a weekly basis, but this weekend we crossed the 1,000 member threshold, which is a fairly big milestone for Intersect, which is great. And in order to achieve quorum on the voting, we need, I think the limit was set at 10% of members to vote. And I think that's got out in the documentation as well, just as a bit of an overview.
Yeah, I think that's part of the corporation minutes. Corporation.
Yeah.
I forgot the name. Yeah. But great. Oh, super. Yeah. I had my hands up. I'm sorry, but I had another question related to yes, going back to the process of election. So it will be a pool of 10, 100 people that wants to be part of that, right? And then every single meeting, every single board meeting, annual meeting is going to vote for that same group, right?
Yes, it'll be a consistent group. So that the candidacy process opened yesterday for people to apply. My understanding is there's 31 seats that are available on the varying committees. Each person can put themselves forward for 2 seated positions on those committees, a maximum of 2. We wanted to make it fair and equitable. So yeah, each person can put themselves forward for 2 board seats, and that is what will go forward and appear on the voting. So when you come to do your vote, you will see all of the my understanding is you'll see all of the candidates available to vote for, and what seats they are going for. And it should also be accompanied by a profile and information on their credentials and what they stand for and believe in regards to their nomination for that particular seat.
Nice. Yeah, now I understand. Now it makes sense to have it that way. That means that it will be a very, very competitive, event, because people need to really show up and show what they do, what they have, which is great.
Yes. Well, it's our first ever AMM. It's exciting for us, but I think it's also exciting for the community as well. So hopefully we get it right. Hopefully it all runs smoothly. I'm sure it will do. Oh, question.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm curious, how many seats will there be for chairs and for committee members?
So I believe that there'll be 31 seats available.
Would that
So
include?
that. Oh,
Sorry.
sorry, go on.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was saying,
Yeah,
will that include the two board members as well? 31 committees, 31 members for the committees, and plus 2 for the board.
I'm not sure on the board ones. I need to. I will confirm that, but I think so.
Plus 2 board members and 33, you said, or 31?
I think it's
31.
31. I think it's 31. So I think that is probably the two board members as well. But I will try and find that out while we're here, actually, just to confirm.
Is there a page?
I'm trying to get it onto knowledge base. I know there was the just give me a minute.
I mean, we will need to do the math, but I think it's 31 committees and 2 board members. It's a lot
I
of
think you
just-
might be.
Yeah.
I'll check.
I have also a question about the working groups,
Yes.
which is, do we have a template for a proposal of becoming a committee?
No. So, interestingly, so working groups, anyone can, in theory, start a working group or a special interest group. In terms of the committee structure, my understanding is that will only change if there is a proposal that the new committees get added, and I'm not sure that they will currently. So if there's proposals for any further committees or changing of the committee structure, that would, I think, be proposed after the AMM.
Okay, so I'm working with the marketing group, and
Okay, yes.
we had Terence with us the other day, and he said we should create a proposal about it. But
Yes.
well, we don't have any, template, or we don't know how we should structure that proposal. No problem.
Right.
Any suggestions on that?
Leave that one with me, and we'll get back to you on that for sure, because that is the one anomaly that is the exception to the rule, is the marketing group. And there was a lot of discussion as to whether there should be a marketing committee or whether the marketing working group should present up to the MC, the Membership and Community Committee, and manage it that way. So I will get some information. I'll get back to you on that, and if I can't find an answer to that, I will raise it at next week's MCC meeting to get an answer. But I think we should be able to.
If I may, I would highly suggest that the marketing group becomes its own committee. I think this is really preferred by the group, and I think it also makes sense just have it to be its own committee. Yeah,
I agree. I agree with you on that, and I think that was the one exception to the rule in terms of creating other committees. It was deemed in discussion that if there was another committee, it would be a direct marketing committee.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I saw that right, but in the knowledge base, it says there should be 7 committees, and I think we have exactly 6 right now. Is that correct?
Yes. So the one that might be missing from there, depending on how you look at it, might be the budget committee, or it could be what's called the roadmap committee, which has gone through many iterations of names so far, which was the vision committee. So it might be the budget committee is the one that is not there right now.
Okay. That was the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There we go. That's all 7. Yeah. What on there? It's got product committee. That's probably now changed to roadmap or product roadmap committee.
Yeah,
but it's
product
only an
roadmap.
iteration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everything's in the knowledge base. Pretty much a lot of the FAQ questions that you guys have, but there will be some questions that will come up, especially the ones you're coming up with right now. But just for the understanding, it is how did I get to this one? I know our knowledge base can be a bit crazy to, but I will put this link on this chat. I can.
I've just put one in there as well, Abs. That so yeah, the 30. Just to kind of go back to cover what we were talking about with the voted seats. It's 31 in total, of which 2 are membership board seats. And I've just shared that link as well, Abs, in the chat, which is a useful one.
Okay. Yep.
Which goes and shows all the different committee positions.
Okay, that's one right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Google Doc, is it? It's yeah.
It is a Google Doc, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. What I have here for the just to add to the conversation is that, let me just lower the hand. Okay, I have here that civics is 4 open, then communications, a community committee is 5 open, 5 seats open, a budget is 4, and then intersect open source is 4. Oh, by the way, I'll ask you about that because that's a different vote that is running, but yeah. So the open source has 4, product committee has 4 positions, a steering committee has 5, and then I don't have the parameters. Yeah, I think it's right. That's
okay, that's okay. Worth noting on that actually. So parameters isn't actually a committee. So the parameters feeds into another committee, is my understanding.
That's a committee of the TSC?
Yes.
Of the steering, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I see. Maybe the 5 positions include that one too. I don't know. Let's see.
Abs, if you share that Google Doc, it's got all of the positions in there.
Right. Okay. So a very good point Simon is bringing to the table. I was hesitant to bring that but I think marketing should be independent as well. Although I don't know for the other because we have 3 kind of community groups, which are civics, and then we have communications. I mean community membership, and then we have budget, right? Which are more like community based, right? But then the technical ones, we have 4. But out of the 3, let's say civics with marketing, or membership with marketing, and then the other one is budget with marketing. Yeah, maybe membership, or we're in a different committee, so a separate committee for marketing, right? Makes sense.
Yeah, and that was, I think that's where it came from, really, the whole common sense discussion. If you're going to have another committee, it makes sense that it is marketing, or it came out of discussion as what happens with marketing, where does that sit? Well, it doesn't really sit with any of those individually, so it should be its own standalone committee. So that's the kind of thought process, I think, currently. So that is up for discussion. Nothing will happen, obviously, before the AMM voting, but I think there's still a lot of consideration around that as a plan.
I see.
So Nick, the presentation I'm viewing, are you guys able to see it? The one I'm sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Cool. Just want to make sure. Yeah.
Looks like the R7 must have miscounted.
Yeah, should be. So there's the 7, and then obviously there's the 2 board seats as well, community board seats. So that's should take us to our 31. I believe. Yeah.
I commend you guys. You guys are doing an awesome job. It's impressive, building this out of the blue.
Well,
It's not easy.
yeah, it really well. It's what's been really interesting this year is that we've spun up Intersect, and you know, everyone who's working as an Intersect team member on the inside, as it were, kind of on the day to day, has had to move themselves away from this thought process of how you think when you work for a regular company. You know, you work to a kind of corporate drumbeat almost. But all of the team have had to realize, actually, I don't work for a corporate organization. I work for the community. I work for the membership. And so we've started here, and everyone's had to kind of move this way into this understanding and getting used to that as a completely different paradigm of working in a completely different governance model. And then you've had the community that are completely at the other end, which is, well, actually, I shouldn't just sit here as a member and do nothing. I need to get involved and play a role and take an active role in how things are going to work within Intersect. So we found that the community have come towards the middle from one end, and the team have come towards the middle from the other end. And I think we're getting to that point now, that kind of intersection of it's starting to work. People are really starting to take up the understanding of what Intersect is, what it is to be a community member and part of Intersect, both internally and as part of the membership base. And I think it's literally maybe the last 2.5 months, it's all starting to flow together better, and it's starting to really dovetail to something that's quite unique, which is really interesting.
Well, one of the other things that I want to can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Hey,
All
hi,
right.
Colin. How are you?
Colin.
Oh, it's interesting because exactly what you're talking about. Like I'm in a few Twitter spaces, and then over the last, I would say 2 weeks, they've gone from, 20, 15, 20 on a good day to hundreds. Like there's over 100 people in a lot of these things, and people are asking questions about kind of what's going on here. And, it's been pretty eye-opening to see like people like actually step back and say, oh, wait, this is going to have to be done a different way. And, a lot of people have been, and this is, one of my little peeves over the last thing is people like, oh, we need to spend money on marketing, spend money on marketing. It's like, well, actually, we need to do this a different way because, we're not going to just bring people over here and let them see how cool we are. We have to actually be cool first. And,
Yeah.
it's
I
different.
think you're 100% right, and you and I discussed this a little bit of Rare Evo back and forth, but I think that the way I like it, you've got the likes of Solana, right, who are throwing money at everybody, and I described them as the kind of cool kids in their vans with their skateboards, right, hollering, and it's kind of got a cool vibe to it. But the reality is, it breaks a lot, and the technology is not that amazing. Whereas I think you look at Cardano, we're more viewed as the old men in their pipes with their pipes and slippers, because everything's born out of academia. But A, it doesn't break, and B, actually, this whole governance piece, once we get that right, is something completely new. Well, completely new if it's done right. And so I think you've got all of these, what I'd call first generation blockchains that are doing some exciting stuff. But I think once you get to a maturity point with blockchain, all of a sudden Cardano becomes the second coming of blockchain almost. And that's where it starts to become cool in the nature of it's not by the fact that it's throwing money around, but it's cool because the governance is really amazing. The whole DREP thing is very cool. And actually it's working.
Well, and if you break it down for them, it's like, well, Solana looks really cool because there's lots of money flying around. There's all this cool stuff. But Solana's doing all this cool stuff, and I put that in quotes because they've sold out. And because the centralized entities have picked them. And the centralized entities are never going to pick us because our blockchain makes Visa not have a purpose anymore. Visa is an insurance company. They exist because people they pay them, and then they take care of failed transactions or people stealing stuff or, that kind of insurance layer on transactions. and they don't need that with Cardano. So Visa is going to be our mortal enemy, and like they're never going to allow anything that we do to be there. So we have to look at this a different way, because we're not going to attract that massive capital. So like we have to go down to the people and teach all the people out here how Visa is actually kind of taking advantage of everything, the whole system that they've created. And Visa needs fraud. Visa needs hacks. And like they're never going to pick us. So there's this whole education layer and civics building layer that we're going to have to take on. And this is going to be it's going to be a challenge for us. It'll be fun, but I think it's fun, but everyone else calls me a hippie. So
Yeah, so Nick, I don't think so. I'm not able to grant access either. So I think I'll just copy and paste the content, what we see, onto Discord on. So don't worry, I'll get that done for you right after this. So don't worry, yeah, I'll get it done.
Super. Yeah, I was going back to what we're discussing about the board meetings. Will they be forecast online or every all of them or just one?
So the AMM meetings won't be, I don't think, unless any of the individual hubs that are running them decide to put them online live. So I don't think there's a plan to, but it wouldn't surprise me if someone does decide to do that. But also there is in the middle of that series of events on the 8th of October, there's a special town hall. And that special town hall will be focused all around the AMM events. So that will be a good live event that anybody can join to talk about some of the things that are happening in and around the AMM events.
Yeah, I'll be hosting that with Laura. And of course, we'll have everyone there. I just want to say right now that we will be looking at the community members to also join in to discuss their views about the AMM. There will be already the Japan and Lisbon done. So, we would want as many inputs, as many community members bring in inputs. There will be a segment for that too. So, yeah, if you see me asking the community members on Discord to tell us what you guys, so don't be shocked. It's because of that. We want to make the town hall as special as possible. It's the 8th of October, I believe. Yeah. 8th of October. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so, town halls are great for this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, which town hall?
It's going to be a special town hall for the AMM. It's going to be held right after Lisbon's AMM, which is around the town hall is going to be held on the 8th of October. Yeah.
Is that going to be administered by you guys directly or any intermediary? Because town halls have been managed by.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing that ourselves, but definitely Swarm will be there to do the after breakout rooms, etc. So yeah, they will do the breakout rooms, but we will take most of the initial part of it. So don't worry, you'll see me and Laura getting into action with you guys and getting everyone in from Japan, Lisbon, Sri Lanka, you name it. We've got everyone coming in, telling you guys what to expect and what is happening. And our star of the show, Nick, will be there too. So we cannot have a town hall without Nick.
I'm hoping to be there, Abs. I
say. Well, it's ruined my.
I know I should be there. I think I'm going to be there, but I think it's I'm going out to the Ghana AMM event, and I just need to check whether I will be, what time that is against my travel, if that makes sense.
Makes sense.
So if I join, I might be at an airport or something, or somewhere random.
somewhere random in Ghana. No, no, absolutely. No, that's absolutely fine. But yeah, the whole point of that town hall would be to bring a lot of people in. Even looking into just throwing ideas, of course, bring in some of the other entities like Emergo, IOG, and so you have to kind of like just tell us what the AMM means to them. We would love to have them also, someone representing them to shed a bit of thoughts on that. So yeah, but these are all working progress. We are yet nothing is solid yet. So yeah. So yeah, any other question, guys? Would there be?
So I'm just kind of looking at my schedule up there, and October 8th is a good day. The Chicago AMM, is that more of like, because Chicago AMM is on October 19th and Austin CC is on the 18th, and those are kind of far apart. So is that the Chicago AMM? Can we participate virtually and kind of?
Question is, are you going to be at the Austin event?
Yeah, I am.
Well, just for you, Colin, we have moved the AM event from Chicago to Austin so that it can coincide with the Constitutional Workshop.
Let's do a reaction. Hooray!
That's actually really, really cool, because I'm getting a bunch of people from the Austin area to kind of get into. It's actually the Fort Worth area, but I'll work on Dallas, and I know there's a bunch of people in Austin already. So yeah.
Yes.
All right.
So
interesting.
It's going to be run by the guys. So do you know Ian Culler and Maggie from AWIN in Chicago? So they're going to be running a community hub, and they're going to be working with Adam Rush to organize that event in Austin. I think he's going to tap in with the guys who are running the Constitutional Workshop, so it all kind of ties in.
Right. No, that's awesome. All right. And then one of the things that I kind of want to like throw out there is that we can, the gov.tools tool. Like I've been throwing a lot of stuff up there that I'd like to see put into the Constitution. Like if we can get more people into kind of that, and I don't want to call it fun, right? Because then I'll really be labeled a hippie. But like that sort of thing, like if we can get more discussions about, because those guardrails, like I'm trying to put together just a list of constitutional guardrails so that we're like, people have an idea of what's going to happen in Argentina, and try to really like, because I'm looking at Argentina with lots of anticipation and also dread, because that's gonna that is such a pivotal moment. Like what we set those guardrails to is going to determine what like the path the discussion takes. And if we have to, I don't know. Obviously I'm excited about all this, so that's
exciting times.
That's awesome that I can take Chicago off the board and put Austin, so I have to get another night at the hotel. All right, maybe I'll even be able to bring the family. That's awesome. Thank you, guys.
No
problem. Right, unfortunately, guys, I've got to shoot to another meeting which started a minute ago. But if there's any more questions, I'm sure Abs will be able to answer those. If not, Abs can collect those up, and we'll get back to you guys with any answers that we owe you. If that makes sense. There's one that we do owe Abs, and that's on the process in terms of the proposal for the marketing committee. If there's a template or process to go through for that.
Got it.
Cool. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate your time. Great to meet you and chat with you. See you all soon, hopefully.
Thank you. Thanks, Nick.
Bye.
Thank you, Nick.
Right. So
and you guys go ahead. I was just gonna say, you guys I have to go to another meeting too.
That's no problem. I just want to say hi to Kavinda. I know he's going to be one of our AMM organizers in Sri Lanka. So hey, Kavi.
Hi, Abs. Hi, guys.
Hey. So I'm not going to ask him to give any updates on how his AMM is going. That will be for the special town hall. But just want to give a shout out to Cabby and Brody's there too. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. But yeah, if there is any questions, you know, I'm always open in Discord. You guys can always get me on Discord. Just message me. If not, then just tag me and ask me the question. I'm more than happy to take that on to the team and we can get that going. But I will give this recording out and also get the you know, the committee which you guys wanted me to copy and paste from that slide onto Discord so you guys can see the committee composition on Discord itself. So that would help you guys. But yeah.
Nice share, by the way.
Oh, you like it? Yeah, you guys gonna get more of these. There's a lot of Intersect merch being made, and I've been recently doing the Constitution workshop, so in India. So we've been, you know, I've been drowning in merch and etc. So, you know, it was really good. I just came back from it like yesterday. So I don't know if you've seen online. We were doing, we had over 30 people come in. Great talking about the Constitution. And I know Colin is very excited about it too, and it all matters. You know, every constitutional workshop matters, and it's also fun. You know, it's also a fun thing to like. This was my first workshop, and I was thinking, how am I going to spend this many hours? But I can tell you, our host, her name was Sky. She was very, very, very good. I don't know if you guys know Sky, but she is.
How were the questions?
Yeah. She was absolutely amazing. So yeah, but cool. Well, thank you guys. Let me know if there's any other questions over Discord, and I will happily take that on, and we will talk about the marketing working group. You know, how to get that going. So yeah, absolutely.
Super.
No worry. Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you very much,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you.
Very nice seeing you.
See you. Bye.
Thank you, guys.